Hey, I'm still alive. What is this software update? I don't want to do a software update. I'm canceling that. What's up, y'all? Can you hear me? Rob's here. So, yeah, people jumped on super early. Lauren, you were on really, really early. Courtney, Rule. There's some on here I don't recognize. So, yeah, we have some, given the antics over the last, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. We have some moderators in the house. I think it's probably proper. Should we start with questions? Yeah, I got drinks. I got some craft balls. Those are my balls on glass. It was a little chilly. Today, Rob. I started putting tile in the basement. And I'm coming off of 20-something days worth of shutdown, working way too much. And I'm tired. It turns out, pharmaceutical plants. I talked about this. There was a comment on an Instagram that I commented that pharmaceutical plants, they do a shutdown every 6 months or every year to perform HEPA filter certifications and the maintenance that you can't normally do when the facility's in operation. So we did from March 11th through the 31st. And it turns out, I've done a lot of shutdowns since I started in Pharma in 2008. It turns out the older I get, the more they suck. But good people, good crew. It went well. Everything went really well. Got some kudos for the peeps. That was good. That was really good to see. I like it when the peeps get kudos because they deserve it. They worked really hard. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been working. Freaking sucks. So we could just, I'm sure we'll see to what level we want to get to it, but you know what? I have corals. They're still here. This is a bunch of old stuff, man. I'm way behind, but yeah, check out the Space Invader. Check out that. Check out that. Oh, do we see? We don't want to share that, right? We got, what's up, Sam? See, somebody's knocking them out. I like that. I need to see if that stuff actually shows. I don't think it does. Maybe it does. But I got some bacteria going on back there. Whatever. These corals they're happy. I really got to clean up this tank, though. I'm really looking forward to bringing the 90-gallon in. Like I said, I started working on the floor, so it's been a while. Reset bacteria in my tank. Yeah, I did that. It sucked. Mr. N03, I did that last winter, so 2020. Is that right? Is that when it happened? Late 2020, early 2021. I wiped out the bacteria and then rebuilt mostly with water from other people's tanks. People who are having, like Moki, Inappropriate Reefer, has good water in his tank, so I took his water. Frags from other people. I dose EcoBalance. I still dose that every day. So, was that shot through clean glass? Yeah. Sometimes I clean the glass to take a picture. Yeah, Cipro, followed by other people's water, followed by EcoBalance. That's probably not enough. In fact, I think my Aquabiomics test suggests that wasn't enough. Piece of the reef. I like that. I got a little bit of color going on, a little bit of whatever. This is just, I was sitting there having my coffee and I was like, oh, I like how that looks. Top down, boring. I was making these today. Clevin's on here. Clevin, I tried making the bag shipper ones and that didn't work out for me. But look at these. These are cool little shippers. Check out Clevin's Instagram And right, you stick the frag in there and you shake it up, and it doesn't fall out of there. Cleva did a little demonstration where you're smacking it. I share frags in bags, but these are made for pea cups, but they work perfectly in bags too. So this is how I'm going to give people corals from now on, if they're mounted. Usually, sometimes they're mounted. Yeah, Cipro is an antibiotic, and it worked. So I used the mud. Interesting. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Biodigest. Carlos says Biodigest too, and that's true. Good point. I always forget about that one. I like those. I like those Cleven little mount thingies. Those are clever. Reef Labs, sent an ICP. This is there was a tiny little nub that I got from Remy, Bahama Llama, the summer of 2020. And that thing just keeps growing. It's happy. I like it. Oh, can we hear audio? Oh, that's interesting. That one's dumb. But we could talk about that later. Had a hard time registering a new ICP MS from ICP analysis, but it worked out. When I tried a couple days later, it worked fine. This is whatever. We've talked about this too much. This is a whole lot of vibrant business there. Does UV really help coral growth? Nobody knows that. I don't think we know that, right? Whenever I talk about UV, it has nothing to do with coral health or health of the tank. It has everything to do with advertising. Like if you're going to advertise that the light has UV, it better have a UV diode, not a 400 nanometer diode or a 405. That's it. I don't think anybody, I've not seen any studies that suggest that, I think that UV helps a coral grow. It'll help a coral exhibit different colors. And it's funny too, because you like, not Ecotech, Neptune's marketing material says it has that sky has the UV pop. That's just dumb. That's just a dumb thing to say, because UV is invisible to us. So does my video keep twitching? That's weird. I'm cool with alkalinity swings. I have had okay alkalinity swings. What's this? Oh, this is, that's the beef. That's oh, we can talk about that at the end, I suppose, because that's just a bucket of stupid. That's what that is. Also, a bucket of stupid was the suggestion that the Quanta bars. By the way, these are held together by Cleven's parts. Also, look at 4 Quanta bars held together by 3D printed parts. Huh? That's pretty cool. Put that over your tank. This post, the suggestion was that the Ali bars that I love, that I have, that I've promoted, that I haven't got a dime for, much like Quantas, that they're the same thing as Quantas. Yeah, very different. Very different. Boo. This was this caused a pretty sassy stream. Greg Carroll, he got sassy one day talking about for whatever reason this pissed him off. At least that's my perception of it. And then this was also brought up by that chump Josh. I streaked live, right? You saw it. You saw my negative control, or my positive. You saw my positive. Well, you saw my negative control, which was a dry streaked with sterile applicators. The suggestion was that Somehow I had contaminated the plates. I haven't had to do this for work, right? It's really not easy. It's not hard. So, whatever. Vibrant and Algae Fix both have bacteria in it. I don't know if Vibrant or Algae Fix intended to have bacteria in it. Like, it could just be part of the process that the bacteria happens to be chilling in that bottle. I know it grows differently than the other bacterial products I've streaked, but it's in there. There's bacteria there. I don't know that it's intentional. I don't know that that BS labeling on that bottle's right. But there's bacteria. Petri dishes, and we call them Petri dishes. They're not. They're called auger plates. Nobody calls them Petri dishes. What was that little dinosaur's name? Wasn't that dinosaur's name Petri? I can't remember. Yeah, auger plates. Pet G won't. What do we say about Pet G? Rob's got it. This is more of the fun. Actually, other people were getting in on this fun too, right? Because you had Franks and Beans, aka Sticks and Stones. You had Vice City Reef. You had Reef and Chill. I mean, you had some people jumping in there, and it was funny because they just really, they just followed along without any critical thinking. It was so interesting. Yeah, you got that, Carlos. Petri. Fools. So, yeah, see, there it is. Land Before Time. That's a good movie. Had the sky over the tank. It's got a little dusty. In my dusty basement. pH, still doing slurry. I just reloaded my slurry today. No issues. Maintaining. I moved my set point down to 8.3, so my pH set point is 8.3. And it doesn't get any lower than that. And it will climb to 8.5 during the day when the lights are on. But, yeah, 8.3. This is how I added a pH and temperature probe to my GHLP4. It just, and I know it's not made by GHL, but it just fits in these little slots inside the P4. And I have one more slot. So if you want your Profilux to do more stuff, you can put these little cards in them to get it to do more stuff. Boom! This was my wiring mess after I pulled the tank out. This is after, whatever. I've had this tank for 9 years. So this is close to 9 years worth of crap. Adding, subtracting. Well, I didn't subtract. If it broke, I just kind of cut it in place and left it be. But it was a mess. I got it all cleaned up. I think there was an after picture, but whatever. I got it cleaned up. Oh, hang on the back overflow. That tank's always been hang on the back. Yeah, tree stars. There it is. Catchup pump. I don't know how long I've had that. I'd have to go back and look. That thing's working. It hasn't broken yet. This is the, oh hell, I can't remember. Nycrew. This is the Nycrew 100. It's sitting over the tank right now. And I screwed that up. I didn't put it in the right place and smoked a couple of frags that I wish I hadn't smoked. But, I mean, I'm draining the tank to move it, refilling the tank, temperatures going all over the place, swapping. This is the third different light in a month and a half. Hello, mother. The Jabo day counter start. Yep, new Jabo. I have it. Yep. It's on the day timer. I should have kept the old one because that let me know how long I had been running slurry, but we could just look back in Instagram and it'll tell me that. Yeah, 7 days on the new Jabo, 155 on the second. The original one lasted 399 days? Something like that? No, 299 days. It was less than a year. This was when I ran. This tank started on a canister, And a canister worked great. Actually, I would probably still be running a canister if it hadn't started leaking. But this was the heater that was attached to the canister. And I love this heater. That was a great heater. It lasted forever. What broke on which thing? How was that night crew? Night crew's great. That night crew is pretty good. Your Twitch is like max headroom. Oh, it is twitching. See, I should have... Yeah, whatever. That's fun. Maybe I'm just in the simulation, right? Maybe this isn't real. Like... Oh, I got this figured out. I got that figured out with a little float switch and this little relay jobber. So now I will have, because it's hanging on the back, right? There's a chance that it'll overflow. This thing's pretty good. I do have a paddle for, not with the fan motor. I'm not going to use that. I do have a paddle as a just in case if both J-bows fry. I have a backup plan, but if I can get a year out of a J-bow, and actually the new one that I put in, I turned it down a little bit so it's not spinning as much because there's 2 J-bows in that bucket. This is what the tank looks like. Actually, the color rendition is pretty good. This is what the tank looks like underneath the night crew. The night crew's fine. The coral's been fine. I took a par reading before I took down the Gen 4 XR30 and then put up the sky and then took down the sky and put up the night crew. And all 3 of them light that 45-gallon cube right about the same. They both do, all 3 of them did well, and they all kind of look the same. But I like the color rendition of night crew. If you're looking for a cheap light, it's not a bad option. Oh yeah, these are the ones I spooked. Oh shit. That's bad. Please hold. Oh, see? I locked my screen. Durr. Okay. So, yeah, these 2 corals, I cooked them. And that sucked. I got those from Chevy, and they were doing really well. And then I was stupid and got the night crew too close to them. Sucks when I do stupid things. What was I doing here? I can't remember. I should be able to hear myself.
Don't bite me, you bastard.
Oh, yeah.
Your days are numbered.
You should be able to hear this.
See this? Boom.
Oh, yeah. These little clear thingies that I cut on the laser behind me. Yeah. Yeah, Chevy. Local. Frag tank with a yellow eye cold tang that I got from Mari a long time ago. A local. Frag tank's looking pretty good. What's this? Oh, yeah. This is some Quana. This is some Quana with some pretty decent spectrum. Go check that out. That was a good post. Borrow a par meter from Luca to test it out. I still have JBSOW10 if you want it. Thank you, Russell. How much par did you have on those cooked frags? I don't know. I didn't measure it. Hey, Dad. I didn't measure it, Carlos. That's what sucks. I blew it. Here was some light testing. My old Gen 4, Quanas, and the sky. Also under the night crew. Corals look pretty good. Other ones, this is all boring stuff. The ICP MS. This came back with some interesting data, so I need to check that out some more. Pour one out for your homie, the Slurry J-Bow. 299 days before I gave up. Oh, yeah, so there it is, May 28th. So, like, 10 days before that. So we'll just say May 15th. That keeps it easy. So May 15th, 2021 is when I started Slurry. Wonder why my video is twitching. Oh. I'll figure it out. I rebooted this thing. Huh. Do I prefer the Night Crew or the Smat Farm? I think I probably prefer the Smat Farm. It's a smaller form factor. Oh, there, I just saw it twitch. I think I probably like the Smat Farm better, but the Night Crew works too. So kind of whatever form factor you want. The Night Crew looks like a XR30. Yeah, Lucas been doing a good job. I mean, he spent a lot of time on the spectrum. It's like this is a Reef Bright. They're over there. This is a XR. This is a XHO. This is a blue 24-inch XHO versus Lucas OG Pop. So they're using the same spectrum. They have 450 and 470 nanometers, just like the Reef Bright. It's the same thing. But this is scaled for par. So I don't remember the wattage. I could look it up, but the wattage of the Reef Bright. But Lucas are pulling just under 40 watts. It's right around 38, 39 watts from a 24-inch bar. There is a difference. There's certainly a difference in build quality. Holy crap. But like here. So this was interesting. Tim Solar, he thought there was, and rightly so, he thought there were 3 diodes in that little pack on a Reef Bright. So each position was 3 3-watt diodes. But no, each position is 1 3-watt diode, and it's just reflected by that silver reflector that Reef Brights have. Pretty interesting how these things are made. Above the silver reflector. Underneath the silver reflector, they're totally crap. Above the silver reflector, it's pretty cool. Low par, very low par, but wonderful spread. Like the best spread I've ever tested out of damn near every light. It's got great spread for a bar, but that's it. That's all it's got going for it. Yeah, there's that little relay jobber. Remember MySpace? That's what Reef to Reef looks like. Holy hell with this advertising. And that was with my ad blocker on. It can't, however they got their ads displayed, can't do that. Can't block them. Got some recessed lights installed in the basement. That's why I pulled the tank out and then had the basement painted. It's looking pretty good. Hey, Lauren, is the Twitch, is it a time? Like, is it every 30 seconds or something like that? I guess I got to fiddle with it. Yeah. Basement's got what I started putting down tile today. Because I just got done working every single day for all of March. So now I got to do more work. This is dosing to maintain probably 8.4 at this time, but it was slurry. More, Petri dishes. No, auger plates. And it was actually Terrence. Terrence hit me up to streak the algae fix to see if they grew like vibrant, and they did. This is just bad advice. But I thought this was funny. Brightwell just cultures Chipotle's E. coli from its lettuce. You don't want big Chipotle coming after him. I thought that was funny. Frag tank. Still got a frag tank. I got to get rid of that. At some point, I got to get rid of that stupid nem. Because it's not the nem that's the problem. It's a clownfish that lives in there and pisses off. It pushes corals out of the way. Jerk. Yeah. Actually, I got to ship these because dude's been super patient with me. But I printed some Cleva nozzles and some little adapter doohickeys. Clevin. Clevin's a real designer as opposed to the other guy. Monty's. I can do Monty's. I can do Monty's all day long. That thing's super pretty too. I can do Aptasia as well or better than I can do Monty's. I have the healthiest population of natural filtration ever. They're dusty. They work. Who knew? How long is your tube from your slurry to the doser to the tank? I don't know. I have 2 tubes coming out of the bucket. One tube goes to one doser head. The other tube goes through the wall to another doser head. And they just do their thing to maintain pH. Dusty GHL Metris. Yeah, mine's not 15 feet. So total from bucket bottom to output, yeah, maybe 10 feet. Maybe a little, maybe 12 feet. I should be less than... I don't have an Aptasia fix, other than I have a copper band in the display, so I don't have any Aptasia in the display. So I guess my only fix for Aptasia is a copper band. And my copper band is happy. Yeah, it snowed. What day was this? I don't remember. 3 weeks ago. Yeah, junk out in the garage. There was a Quanta out there. There's a Sky out there. There's that little grow light out there that one day I'll do something with. What's up, Cam? Some Zoas. I'm not a Zoa guy, but maybe I'm turning into a Zoa guy. I kind of like Zoas, and they're living in my tank. This is scrolling coralline algae, and I got coralline algae for days. This is cool stuff. It doesn't just coat, it scrolls. If you zoom in on it, this is a Reef Labs ICP. I have a lot. What this is telling me, and you can see it plain as day, I have some trace work to be doing. Later, Sid. Reef Dork was looking for information. Actually, I need to get on his stream. This is some of Lynn's. Oh, yeah, I did a nitrate thing, too. That sucked. I've just been a shitty reefer lately. Lynn's frags that I've been holding for her. A little bit of wintertime crocus. Top-down display. Yeah, TSG. More auger plates. Oh, yeah. This was a shipment that from North Carolina to me went all the way out to the West Coast and back. That sucked. Me and a B2. I don't have that. That's at work. This is Poor Man's Reef Sam. And who did it? Somebody here. People are dropping off. Is it time? Oh, it's probably time. For yeah, but that's a Trident. I like this. Figure out where you want to go. You have choices. This was a broken. Actually, this one's interesting. That's a broken EBA 32, but it already had the good transformer rectifier in there. And what had happened is the transformer rectifier was feeding AC voltage to the DC circuit in there. It broke in a way I hadn't seen before, and that thing's toast. Yeah, I got you. Go watch that, Terrence. Yeah, more coral. I still have coral. This, pour one out. There's the broken Jabo. Womp, womp. Yeah, I'll catch the reefing report on replay. Actually, we got a little reefing report coming up. What was this? This is pH. And you can see how pH is locked in pretty well. Looks good, right? Cock slurry. Yep, still slurry. Top down. Monty. Actually, I really like this Monty. That thing's pretty. Underneath that night crew, the colors are beautiful. There's the tiny little box. See it? There's a tiny little box that toured the United States. It finally showed up. Yeah. I had heard, and then they finally talked about it. What I found most interesting about Randy's departure is that he checked the fuck out. He was gone, right? I don't know. Maybe he changed the names. I don't know. But Rando Reefer, gone. Any reference to Rando Reefer on Facebook, gone. He just left. I found that interesting. So as hard as he tried to get into BRS, then he leaves, and then all his whatever, it's gone. I just found it interesting. His name is just gone. Is that a purple rim? Yeah, that is a little purpley rimmy. I just thought it was really interesting. He's just gone. What you mean by joining the reef people? Are you talking about Richard and who's that other dude? I can't remember. Richard Ross? Interesting. Full tank. That's a display. Chicken. Texas chicken tickler. I love this little 1200 pump. I use this to do various things. Oh, look at everybody. Look at people left. Dang. All good. This is a boring stream anyway, right? See, everybody will leave and then we'll talk about this shit. Yeah, frag. More of that. Some of this. I really like this. I thought this was good. $15 to fill up the car. So, yeah, this is a thing. I don't know how big of a thing this is, but this is a thing. New battery for my Civic. That's the Porsche that is a legit shelf. That's on stage. That's how it always looks. It's actually super rare that I empty the top of that car. Work thing. That sucked. Coral. That doesn't suck. Okay. So this is the post that I shared some data to counter Josh's assertions that Luca had used Harify data, that Luca was using standard Harify offerings. Like, dude doesn't know what he's talking about, and he just went off the hinges with it. He thinks he knows, right? He imported some old school, cheesy looking black boxes with Wi-Fi, stupid antenna hanging off the side. So, like, he thinks he knows, but he doesn't have a clue. Now, I think he bought some, or somebody he knows bought some. So I think he's poking around a little bit, but there's a difference. And then what I liked about Luca's live stream a couple days ago was that Luca called Harify. And Harify's like, yeah, this is what the dude ordered. And it's not what the Quanta bars offer. Luca did something that nobody else has done with bars. And until somebody figures that out and is able to order them in quantity to get the diodes made that way, Quanta's the only game in town that has this. I think from the look of it, Terrence got that big pimp RV. He got that big fancy stuff. I like it. This is dead. That's the spectrum of all four of them. All four of the Quanta bars that Luca has commissioned. from Verify. So that is the spectrum of these 4 bars. Oh, captured with the spectrometer. Randy talking about UWC, Minnesota Department of somebody showing up, and the EPA. That's bad. This or the Reef Report. I think I'll stay here. What's up, Phil? I still like watching those boys. There's some fun content over there from time to time. This is hybrid battery swap. I put that thing in the shop. What's up, Taylor? How you doing? Tree blooms, spring school, mushrooms. It's a little bit of a mess down there. Work. Wait a minute. This one I like. Let me get the audio working.
Have done this in the past where...
Hold on. This is Louis Rossman. Louis Rossman he used to, and he still does occasionally, but he used to personally repair Mac motherboards. But he has since become a very outspoken advocate of right to repair. And then he is also outspoken about like how just regular Joe Schmoes, how we like to crawl up manufacturers' asses for some level of recognition or funding or whatever to like somehow add to our relevance. It's funny when Lewis talks about it. He dislikes it like I dislike it, but I understand it's a thing and people need that external gratification to like feel good about what they're doing and all, but that's not this. But listen.
But I have done this in the past where I was engaging with somebody and they proved me wrong and they knew more than me, and I just kept going and going and going and going and going because I was in that lizard brain mode where I just have to win. My ego is more important to me. But I have done this in the past.
So I use this because some people just don't know when to stop, right? I mean, Josh going after Luca, dude just doesn't know when to stop. And then he's so lame about it because he doesn't have any data that he goes personal. That's how you know they suck. Once they start going personal, that's because they got nothing. They got nothing good. And they keep going and going and going and going, like Lewis says. Jabo, because it's my money. This is work. This is a lizard. Have I told the lizard story? I think I have. Like we found this brown anole in our basement. It was wintertime. It was after a trip down to Sanibel. And that lizard was super slow in my basement because it was cold. So we trapped him. My kid was like, you can't put that outside because he's going to die. He was right. So we go get this habitat. We go buy all these crickets. My kitchen smells like crickets for like 3 months. We keep the lizard happy and fat. And then we throw that thing in a Porsche. And we drove to Florida on a Friday. Released the lizard on Saturday. Got breakfast with my grandmother on Sunday. And drove home. So it's not about the lizard. But the lizard fared well, right? Kept it alive. Took it home. Left it at my grandma's place. That was a good weekend. Oh, yeah. Worldwide Corals posted a picture of this branching, whatever the hell this is, Cyphastria or something. I can't remember. And the colors they used was just stupid. Like, come on. Get off of the Photoshop. Make it look like it's supposed to. This is interesting. Because it looks like an XR15, but if you count the diodes, it's not. The pricing on this light, right? This is from, oh hell, I can't say that name. But this is from a manufacturer that supports freshwater. They're supposed to make pretty good freshwater lights, but I don't know. They hit up Moki, and Moki's like, yo, I got a guy. They might contact me, so we'll see. I would love to get a hold of this light and test it. I don't like the price. It's $465 for a 126 watt light, and that doesn't work for me. That's less expensive. What did I say? I had a percentage in here, I thought. 17% less than the price of an XR15, which is reasonable. That's a decent number, but they also suggested that their regular retail price was like $700, which is bullshit. There's no way. So, I mean, I feel, given that I've talked about this light, I think my chances of getting it for testing are minimal, but that's okay. Set the price like it's supposed to be. Don't make it sound like it's a sale when that's the price it should be. Oh, I can't say it. You guys can try all you want. It's not going to work. But it does come with a hanging kit. As all lights should. Looking at you, Neptune. And Ecotech. 2 days in the same week, I was chilling in my inflatable treasure truck hot tub, and the space station flew over my house. And I was like, that's the space station. I thought it was cool. Oh, wait, this one's good. This one's good because this one pissed off... I'm not going to remember. Whatever. Come on. There it is. Ready?
There's no true UV here, guys.
Oh, it's junk.
So throw them
Forget it.
out.
Not
I
gonna
mean,
work.
if they, if they really knew what they're doing, they would have made at least one of these with true UV. I mean,
They won't grow coral.
it won't grow corals.
just won't.
They won't pop.
Illuma Magic.
And for
Illuma
those
Magic was
that care,
pissed.
right? No true UV here, guys.
Oh, it's junk.
So throw them
Forget it.
out.
Not
I
gonna
mean,
work.
if they,
I think some of that has to do with the fact that I have absolutely disliked misrepresentation of UV in light marketing. Like if you call it UV and it's a violet channel, that's stupid. Don't do that. Illuma Magic calls their lights by nanometers. So their 400 nanometer diode was 400 nanometer. It's not 405 nanometers, which is Neptune's UV. Same for Ecotech. It's 400 nanometers. What's wrong with hanging it from the power cord? Oh no, holding it like a possum? That's a thing. Cup of noodles. That was my lunch. That's how I roll. Totally conflated. Agreed. Every time a rocket goes off, I would like, yes, I'm always watching. Luca wore the shirt. People asked. I posted it. It's $1. I think I make $1 on every shirt I sell over at Teespring. They let you mark those shirts up quite a bit. Like their standard markup is pretty high. If you buy a shirt from somebody over at Teespring, it's probably $16. So see what you're paying. Ecotech is 408. Well, Ecotech is 405, but the variability of their diodes, it'll get you 408. I probably have that data right here. So, this was April Fool's. But this is a joint venture between Luca and Josh on a Quanta Republic, because I don't believe the Reef Republic V2 ever came out. There was some hype about it. I saw it, but I don't think that was ever a thing. So I figure Josh could have his chance with the Quanta Republic Wi-Fi. That would be dumb. That's where I buy Reef Labs, and that's where I buy Captivate stuff. If you go to the Captivate's web page and you can focus out the bubbles, if you go to purchase, there's a purchase link right here. Then it gives you these options to buy Captivate stuff. Wise cameras may let a hacker in to see your stuff, but that's cool. People are funny about this. They're like, if they want to see my naked ass walking around my house, they can do that. I'm like, no, fool. That's how they gain access to your network and poke around with your business. Saw Batman yesterday. This is pretty good. That was a good movie. It didn't feel that long, but it was good. So I took my son and my grandson, and we had a good time. Later, Taylor. See you, Cam. I made that chicken, and it was good. That's it. Should we talk about it? We can talk about it if you want. Here's what's up. Luca's been pretty clear about this. He sourced those lights from China, from Harify. Harify will sell you their stock configuration of their bars, their 24-inch bars. Harify does not make the same lengths that Qantas offer. It's just, they don't. So Luca's got a 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot. I think he's got a 6 foot. He doesn't do 5 foot, right? He's just got a 6 foot. You can't get Qantas in all those lengths. Nor can you get Qantas with the diodes that Luca has spec'd. Nor can you get, I'm sorry, you can get Qantas with that. You can't get Harify with the diodes that Luca spec'd. You can't get Harify. Well, you know what? I don't know this yet. So it may be possible to get a Harify bar with 20 lenses, meaning potentially either 20 or 40 diodes. I don't know, but the Quanta bars have 20. The stock configuration is 18. 2346. There it is. 321. All of us could see because the stream captured that. What'd you say? Yeah, Batman was good, Rob. It was very good. It was really dark. I wonder how it's going to look at home. I'm looking forward to HBO releasing it. I think they're going to get it. But it was super, super dark. Lots of rain. But it was good. It was like if Batman was a regular person and a badass, it'd be like that. Other, like, I don't know. I don't know how it fits in the DC universe, but I guess we'll see. There was also an assertion that Luca had said that he was going to make these bars. No, of course not. And he was very open that he was sourcing these from China. You should have set it free. You let your phone talk to us. It's okay. Then there was also an assertion, which I found ridiculous, was and there was no data. Nobody ever was able to provide a stream that proved their position that somehow they were suggesting that Luca was going to make bars for no profit, which is bullshit. He never said that. Yeah, I was wondering about Morbius. Yeah, there was a picture that Chris Meckley might be in the next Batman. So the arguments, the positions were, and there was another one that I'm an expert. I'm not an expert. I learn every day. I have tools that let me test things, and that's cool, but I'm by no means an expert. Hell no. I'm just a hobbyist, and I'm learning, and I'm looking forward to learning some more. So to suggest that I think I'm an expert, also bullshit. Fool. That's not real. So Luca had his lights made in China. They're built to a configuration that you can't buy because Maybe you could get them if you bought in volume, but you can't buy because what he did with the diodes is special. The number of diodes per bar greater than a stock Harify bar. What am I missing? I'm not an expert. I'm just a dude. And I've always been pretty open about that, right? I have an opinion. If I'm proven wrong, I'll accept that. That's cool. I'm cool with being wrong because then I learned something. My beef is that there's so many Marvel and DC heroes and villains still untouched. Yeah, I think they're right. They're certainly going to run with it in the Marvel side. I don't know what the hell they're doing with DC. We'll see. Spider-Man opened up the opportunity for a whole bunch of Marvel to come into the universe, right? So, like, we should see X-Men come in. Russell, his name's Josh. Yeah. No, Josh did. Josh hasn't figured out the costs. But, I mean, Harify is the supplier. It's not like he had to figure anything out. It's very simple. Josh hasn't figured out the costs of the bars that Luca has commissioned to be built. That's not, I don't agree with that. And then the bars that Josh bought are 3-spectrum bars that are not Quanta. So we'll see. Because Harify's open about it. They talked to Luca. No, I mean, he has it, and he posted the import manifest, but no big deal, because of course Luca was open about getting the bars from China. Like, that's not data. I don't get it. I don't get that position, because he imported them. Luca imported them. We knew this. I don't get why that is a thing. So... which lights am I planning to put over the 90? That is the humongous question. I have a box of Radions, but I don't think I'll go there. I have the opportunity to do this, right? To do something like this. I could do 6 of these or 8 over top of the 90. I could do that. Because I don't necessarily need dimming. I could do the sky with some Quantas. Because the sky is still... it doesn't suck. And it's a good looking light. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do over the 90. But it'll have to have some punch, right? So probably... maybe 2 XR30 Gen 4s. And the sky. And maybe a couple bars. Carlos, there are services out there where you can download people's imports. And you're able to see. Yeah, because then Josh posted like Luca's home address like a douche. Yep. And he did do a live. All right. Yeah. Any questions about that? Because I'm happy to answer questions other than I know what Luca has done. Right? I know what he did. I know how he configured... yeah, the import paperwork. I know how he configured the bars. I know the special that he has had made. So I can't talk to that. How many 2-foot Quantas would you need over a 60 cube? That's a Luca question. I don't see the issue. People with lights coming from a supplier. I don't see people up in arms about... yeah, very interesting point, right? I don't have one up here. But the popular grow light is a reef breeder's light. I mean, it's the same manufacturer. So, whatever. I don't get it. Callie, hit up Hit up Luca for that. I would assume 4. But I would assume 4, not with these shorty. Hey, Chris, are those 4-inch? The 4-inch spacers? Because these are the 1-inch spacers? These are what? These are 2 3-inch spacers. These guys right here. I would bet 4 bars over a 60 would probably work. Straw man indeed. Yeah, these 4-inch spacers. These are super cool, right? That's what I like about the support that Luca has. It's like Clevin jumping in, creating the 3D printed parts for the mounts, because the lights come with hanging mounts. Then you use something like this to attach the lights to each other, and it works really well. Plus, I mean, these are cool. These little frag baskets are cool. Quick and stupid question. Is there a relationship between MLWs, like the SLWs and the Neros? No, I don't think there is. Andre, I expect, I would argue no. They're very different lights. Are very different pumps. Yeah, Phil, agreed. You know what I saw was an interesting shot of your ATIs and how slow the PWM was, how slow the dimming was. I didn't expect that. That was interesting. One of these days, I'd like to get a hold of those just to take a peek. What's up, Lewis? Gifting a Waterbox 20 cube to my painter. Recommendation or budgeteer light. Thanks. What's the dimensions of that water box? I don't know fancy tanks. I just know cheap tanks from like Petco. What's an MLW? Is that the Wi-Fi one? I mean, it's the same. It's the same shape, right? Sorry, moving my windows around. MLW. No, that's just the Wi-Fi SLW. Right? Yeah. That's the Wi-Fi version of the SLW. I don't believe there's any relationship. It's possible, but I don't believe there's any relationship. And back to however many people have said it regarding Phil's point, most every light will grow coral, right? The coral will acclimate themselves to whatever lighting solution that you provide. 40 breeder flow, 2 Jabo SLW 20s, one on each end. That's all you need. That works for me. Yeah, I mean, like the Sky, right? Sky's got a whatever spectrum. Lucas Quanta bars were built to simulate both AB Plus and ATI-T Plus, ATI Blue Plus. Given that ATI Blue Plus for a long time was BRS's gold standard, and of course the impending demise of T5s. Plus the spectrum looks nice. 18 by 18 by 16. What's your budget? Is it a budget? Did you want budget? Sorry. Luis has asked. Or Lewis. Sorry. Don't know which. Has asked for a light recommendation for an 18 by 18 by 16. I think I remember seeing SLW or whatever it's called for the slurry. Finally gave out. Did you try to bring it back to life by cleaning it? Yeah, it's broken. Sam, Poor Man's Reef, said I could glue it back together. It's the shaft, the ceramic shaft, and the head have become super loose. And I understand that that's a thing that can happen in a tank as well. 100 for 150. So take a look at the Smat Farm, because you can buy the Smat Farm for about that price, 18-inch. So you need shorter bars if you're going to go that way. Try a Smat Farm. You're going to grow. Is it mixed or softies, or what are you focused on? Smat Farm will do an 18. I have a Smat Farm over top of a 15 tall, and it works just fine. Yeah. Sue them. Stop it. That's so American. Stop with the suing. Yeah, the SLW, I did clean it, but it's not a cleaning problem at all. It was totally just head wear. So the one I replaced is running slower in hopes of making it last longer. I think Rob, if you're still on, you're what, a month or two behind me with your SLW? Something like that. All right, y'all. That's an hour. I'm thinking I'm going to go jump in my hot tub and look for the space station. That's what I'm thinking. I got to go back to work tomorrow. Boo! Oh, that reminds me. I got to check email. I got to see if some stuff happened. What else? Softies, LPS, CZB. Oh, yeah, totally. Smat Farm. Go Smat Farm, or if you can't get that, get the Night Crew 100 water. But I think I'd probably go Smat Farm first. That's a nice cheap light. It's just like the Noob Sight V2. Yeah, but that's outside of the V3 is outside 278 days. There you go. 20 days behind me. Rob, how fast are you running that slurry pump? Thanks, NSB. Do you run that pump at 100%? Have you checked the head slop yet? See if it's getting a little sloppy. MLW. See, there you go. I haven't figured out a reason to have a Wi-Fi power head. Like I got two MP10s. But I don't need them to be Wi-Fi. It's kind of like how I feel about lights. I don't need lights to be Wi-Fi either. Like you set your power head, you set your power hood, and then you're to full bore. Okay, it'll be interesting to see if your head has any slop in it. But like power heads, return pump, I think I get just in case. But power heads and lights, they don't need to be Wi-Fi. I haven't figured that out. I know some people like it, but not for me. All right, I'm jumping. It's been a long time since I've been on. I appreciate y'all being here. Like I've always said, be kind to each other, right? Be kind to the people. You can hold manufacturing representatives. Well, I hold manufacturing representatives to a different level. They don't necessarily get to be kind. And certainly manufacturers in general. I don't have to be kind to them because I expect certain things from them. But be kind to each other. Don't make it personal. If you make it personal, that makes me do some digging. That makes me find out where you live and find out what your phone number is and find out what you do and find out who your boss is and find out all sorts of different information because, I mean, it's easy enough to do. It makes me go digging. Makes me look at case search. Makes me look all over the place. Don't go personal. Keep it legit. Keep it above the line. Be nice to each other. All right, y'all. Happy reefing. Be kind. Thank you. All right, Joey. I see you there. Suck it. When do you want to come in and talk shit? I'll have you come in and talk shit. We can talk shit. Let's go, Joey. I'll zoom your ass in right now. All right, y'all. Have a good day. Except for you, Joey. You can have a good day, too. Okay, bye.